Today's topic is chemical changes and type of chemical reaction. Okay, this is a part of the chapter 1 itself, chemical change and type of reactions. This is a topic for the day, very small topic actually. Yes, first point is, what is chemical change? Chemical change is a change which is a permanent in nature. Now, chemical change is defined as one or more substances convert into new substance or under certain conditions like temperature, pressure, concentration, etc. Mean any permanent change in which change takes place at the molecular level considered as a chemical change. Chemical change are normally irreversible, and normally in this type of the changes we get the new substances. For example, hydrogen gas reacts with oxygen gas, then we get water. Okay, this is a one chemical change, and main point is this for the that is related to the today's class itself, how to represent the chemical change. Here I tell the change in the terms of story, like hydrogen gas when react with oxygen, then we get water molecule. Okay, this chemical change you can represent in terms of the chemical reaction. Okay, chemical equation. So first thing is the chemical change and another thing is the chemical equation. Chemical equation means representation of chemical change in terms of the symbols and different formula, involved formula, right? In the next slide, I'm consider chemical change, representation of chemical change. The representation of chemical change through a chemical equation. I think all of you must be familiar with chemical equation terminology. कि chemical equation क्या होता है आप जानते हो. Here, how to write the chemical equation basically. First thing is the write the molecular formula or symbol of each of the reactant in the left hand side of the arrow. Write the molecular formula or the symbol of each product in the right side of the arrow. Product side is the right hand side and reactant side is the left hand side. Okay. Atoms of these last 2 points are very important for you. Atoms of metal are represented by symbol only, mean in any chemical reaction, if you want to represent any metal, then just use the symbol of that metal like copper, calcium, Ca, etc. And we have diatomic non-metallic elements also. There are over 7 diatomic elements, only 7 diatomic elements in nature, named as hydrogen, H2. So hydrogen when comes in a reaction, then always written as a H2. Nitrogen you always written as N2 and oxygen as O2. These are the diatomic elements. And fluorine is the F2. Chlorine is Cl2. Bromine is Br2. Iodine is I2. So just right now you can remember these 7 elements as a diatomic elements. ये हमेशा इस फॉर्म में लिखे जाएंगे, right? Then few more. If you consider ozone, that is a form of the oxygen itself, then ozone written as a O3, that is ozone. Okay, or phosphorus written as P4. तो ये डिपेंड करेगा एलिमेंट के प्रेजेंटेशन पे, बट इन जनरल यू राइट द symbol of metallic elements, and in case of non-metallic we have 7 diatomic elements written in this way. Okay, now type of chemical reaction. On the basis of the nature of the chemical change, we divide the different types. First is the combination reaction. Combination reaction mean there are any two elements or compounds, okay, combine to each other and then get the one product, only one product. That is a direct combination. Means hydrogen react with chlorine gas, then we get HCl gas. Similarly, hydrogen react with bromine gas, then we get twice HBr, that is again direct combination. H2 plus I2 gives twice Hi is another example. H2 plus sulfur is H2S gas, or you can write few more examples here. H2 plus O2 gives H2O. For the बैलेंसिंग वैसे कर लेंगे. हाँ, तो ये डिफरेंट एग्जांपल्स हैं किसके, कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शंस के, राइट. देन वी मूव फॉर द अनदर वन, decomposition reaction. What? Decomposition reaction. In this reaction, breaking down of a compound into its constituent due to heating or any other reason. If the heating takes place, then we can specify thermal decomposition. Okay. Here, calcium carbonate decompose and gives calcium oxide and carbon dioxide. In same manner, zinc carbonate on heating gives zinc oxide and carbon dioxide. In same way, we get lead nitrate PbNO3 whole twice convert into PbO and NO2 gas. For balancing, it requires like this. So there are various examples of the decomposition reaction. In this decomposition, compound get decomposed into two or more than two substances, and this reaction takes place. This reaction takes place due to the heating here. Decomposition, that is thermal decomposition. Term is the thermal decomposition. Okay. Sometimes decomposition also takes place due to the electrical current. Water molecule convert into the hydrogen gas and oxygen gas here twice due to the electrical current. What? Electrical current. And this is known as a electrolysis. Electrolysis is also type of the decomposition reaction. Got it? Now, single displacement reaction. Single displacement reaction, when the anion of one compound goes and combine with any other element present in the reaction mixture, is called single displacement reaction. Means, in general way, suppose a pro-reactant is AB, reacts with C, then form A and BC. This is something single displacement reaction. This example is the copper sulfate react with the zinc, convert into zinc sulfate and copper. You can take care about this reaction in one manner only. Highly reactive metal can displace low reactive metal. Okay, means in a metal reactivity series, lower side metals are least reactive and upper side metals are more reactive. Then upper side metal can displace lower side metal from its salt solution. And another example for this type is metal react with acid, then we get salt and hydrogen gas. This is for simple balancing here. Here magnesium displaces hydrogen from this. Mean highly reactive metals can displace hydrogen from the any acid. From the any acid, highly reactive metal displace hydrogen gas. These are the example of the displacement reaction. Simple displacement reaction basically. Now we move for the second one, that is double displacement reaction. In double displacement reaction, when the anion of the first compound join the cation of the second compound and the anion of the second compound combine with the cation of the first compound is called double displacement reaction. मतलब इसका साथी इसके साथ, इसका साथी इसके साथ एक्सचेंज हो जाएंगे दोनों. ठीक है. Silver nitrate react with the NaCl, then we get AgCl and NaNO3. This type of the reaction. तो इसमें बहुत सारी possibilities हैं. There are general representation AB plus CD gives AD and BC. ठीक है. ये displacement ऐसे होगा. Few more examples here. Lead nitrate react with potassium iodide, then we get lead iodide PbI2 and KNO3. For the balancing, we can use twice Ki here and twice KNO3. So this is a double displacement reaction. Then we move for the redox reaction. This one is a very good redox reaction. Out of two compounds in this reaction mixture, one is get oxidized and another get reduced. This is called redox reaction. In redox reaction, basically word redox made by the two terms. One is the reduction and another is oxidation. Okay. RED from reduction and OX is the oxidation, right? That's why that is redox. Reduction and oxidation always takes place simultaneously. Reduction and oxidation always takes place simultaneously. Mean only reduction cannot possible, only oxidation cannot possible. Reduction and oxidation always possible simultaneously. This is something like this. If I give you one pen, okay, so giving of pen and accepting of pen, there are two different process but takes place simultaneously always. जब हम आपको पेन देंगे और आप पेन ले लेंगे तब प्रोसेस पूरा होगा. तो सिमिलरली रिडक्शन एंड ऑक्सीडेशन. रिडक्शन डिफाइंड as a, so reduction means gain of electron. In any reaction, if substance get gain electron, that is reduction. If loss of electron takes place, then that is oxidation. So reduction oxidation is the defined in the terms of electron exchange, gain of electron and loss of electron. Now we take example. Here NaCl sodium metal react with chlorine gas, then we get NaCl. Okay, this is a balancing. When we get NaCl, then this sodium convert into here Na positive ion and chlorine is Cl negative ion. Sodium when convert into the Na positive ion, then loss of electron takes place and chlorine convert into Cl negative, then it gains electron. Then gain of electron takes place. Okay. Loss of electron is oxidation. It means sodium get oxidized. Sodium get oxidized. And chlorine get reduced. Okay. This is a combination of oxidation and reduction, and overall reaction is redox reaction. Is it clear now? Now we move for the next. Information conveyed by the chemical equation. अब देखिए टाइप ऑफ इक्वेशन पूरी हो गई. अब हमारे पास है इंफॉर्मेशन कन्वेड बाय द केमिकल इक्वेशन. ये टॉपिक भी आपने क्लास 8 में पढ़ा है अच्छे से, बट एक बार रिवाइज कर लेते हैं. द इक्वेशन टेल्स अस अबाउट द रिएक्टेंट्स इन्वॉल्व्ड एंड द प्रोडक्ट फॉर्म. सबसे पहले तो हमें इक्वेशन से क्या मालूम चलता है भाई, रिएक्टेंट क्या थे और प्रोडक्ट क्या बना. मीन लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में जो है वो रिएक्टेंट है, राइट हैंड साइड में जो है वो प्रोडक्ट. इट टेल्स द नेम ऑफ द रिएक्टेंट एंड प्रोडक्ट. अगर इक्वेशन में हम नीचे साथ में रिएक्टेंट के नेम और प्रोडक्ट लिख दें तो उसको भी जानते हैं. Then it tells about the number of molecules taking part in the reaction and the product form. जो हम लोग मॉलिक्यूल के पहले नंबर लिखते हैं, that is the number of molecules total. जैसे H2 plus twice H2 plus O2 gives twice H2O. So 2 is the number of the water molecules. It also tells about the mass of the compound reacting and forming after the chemical change. We can calculate on the basis of the molecular mass, जैसे कल सीखा था हम लोगों ने, तो किसी भी इक्वेशन में कर सकते हैं. Then it gives us a standard relationship between the reactant and product in terms of the mass and volume. ये उसका एक स्टैंडर्ड रिलेशन भी बताता है. Then how to make chemical equation more informative. देखिए वो इंफॉर्मेशन तो मिलती है. Now what more? If you want to show more information through a chemical equation, then how? The first is physical state of the reactants and product. Just write L for the liquid, S for the solid, and G for the gas. Mean if we consider reaction H2 plus Cl2 gives twice HCl. We know that hydrogen is the gas. Then we can write G here. Gas. HCl gas is there, then G is there, like something. Providing the temperature and pressure condition required for the chemical reaction to continue above and below the arrow. मीन ये जो रिएक्टेंट और प्रोडक्ट के बीच में एरो होता है ना, इसके ऊपर हम लोग टेम्परेचर प्रेशर की कंडीशन लिख सकते हैं. Suppose temperature required in any reaction is 275 Kelvin, then you can just write like this. Specifying the concentration of the reactant and product by adding diluted. If any reactant is the diluted, then you can write within bracket DIL. If the concentrated, then CONC. This condition generally for the acids. Mean magnesium react with sulfuric acid, then we get MgSO4 and hydrogen. This is a simple reaction. In this case, you just write here diluted if you use dilute acid. If you want to show concentrated, then you can write concentrated. Okay. Then telling about heat absorbed and evolved. Heat के बारे में अगर लिखना है किसी रिएक्शन में हीट का क्या हुआ, then we have two options. Plus heat for the exothermic reaction and minus heat for the endothermic reaction. Exothermic reactions are those reactions which release the energy, release the heat during the chemical change. Okay? Like nitrogen, when react with the 3 units of the hydrogen, then we get 2 units of ammonia with lot of the heat. This is a Q. You can write plus Q for the heat or plus heat. That is same. And some reaction which absorb the energy, absorb the heat during the reaction, those are the endothermic reaction and represented by the minus heat. Okay. Then next and the second last, if there is any gas evolve in the reaction, be represented by the upward arrow. तो हम उसमें क्या कर देते हैं, अपवर्ड एरो बना देते हैं, जैसे अभी पिछली वाली रिएक्शन पे इस वाले में हाइड्रोजन गैस रिलीज हुई है, देन वी कैन पुट अपवर्ड एरो लाइक दिस. This is a upward arrow is the for the evolution of the gas. And same way, if any precipitate is formed, then we make a downward arrow. Is it clear? Now we can move to that redox. Yes, as any other problem, anybody? Yes. Any other problem, anybody? No. Okay. Just I repeat the redox reaction. Yes, this is a redox. Redox is a reduction. Yes, redox mean रिडक्शन एंड ऑक्सीडेशन. देखिए रिडक्शन और ऑक्सीडेशन इसमें क्या क्या होगा, साथ साथ होगा. आप लोगों ने मेरे ख्याल से रिडक्शन और ऑक्सीडेशन की डेफिनेशन पढ़ी होगी इन द टर्म्स ऑफ द ऑक्सीजन और हाइड्रोजन. इज इट ऐसा है क्या? कैन यू अपडेट?
यस.
हाँ, तो वो भी एक डेफिनेशन है रिडॉक्स की बेटा, बट दिस इज ए मोर एडवांस एंड मोर इफेक्टिव डेफिनेशन फॉर द रिडक्शन एंड ऑक्सीडेशन. Gain of electron is reduction and loss of electron is oxidation. Now I again explain this only when we consider NaCl. तो सोडियम मेटल से सोडियम क्लोराइड में बन गया Na पॉजिटिव आयन. पॉजिटिव आयन कब बनता है? जब लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन करता है. यस, मींस in case of sodium electronic configuration is 281 एंड इन सोडियम 28 लास्ट शेल का इलेक्ट्रॉन इसने लॉस कर दिया, तो ये लॉस ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज ऑक्सीडेशन. दैट्स व्हाई सोडियम गेट ऑक्सीडाइज्ड हियर ड्यूरिंग दिस केमिकल चेंज. एंड क्लोरीन electronic configuration is 287. To complete its octet, this gain one electron, due to gain one electron, it is a -1 and electronic configuration is 288. Is it?